Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football for us Michigan fans. There's going to be a lot of noise and a lot going on over the next 24, 48 hours as we enter this early signing day period. One storyline that I really just don't want to allow to slip through the cracks. Three-star defensive lineman Travis Moten making it official, committing to Michigan, signing his paperwork. Now, we all kind of were aware of Travis Moten. He wasn't necessarily the most flashy name that Michigan's going after. This is a really intriguing kid to me. One, a massive senior year, 92 tackles, 30 TFLs, 19 and a half sacks, kind of a late riser in the 2025 cycle. But what stands out to me the most is you look at the recruiting ranking, kind of a low mid three star. It's not necessarily a name that's going to highlight this Michigan class in 2025, but it is the type of guy that defensive line coach Lou Esposito has had a ton of success with over the last couple of years, going back to his time at Western Michigan, right? Travis Moten, low three star. Take a look at some of the other, you might as well call them diamond in the rough prospects that Lou Esposito recruited out of high school and developed into big time football players. I think most notably Braden Fisk, who became the football player he is today under Lou Esposito at Western Michigan. We all see the recruiting ranking that we see on the screen. Another really good example, Marshawn Nealon, another second round NFL draft pick to the Dallas Cowboys. Another guy that was he was a two-star coming out of high school. Not a lot of offers. Who recruited him to come to Western Michigan? Yeah, it was Lou Esposito. And then you take a look at another guy, Andre Carter, another NFL caliber dude, recruited by Lou Esposito to Western Michigan. So although Travis Moten is not necessarily the flashiest name that is coming into this Michigan class in 2025, especially when you have a guy like quarterback Bryce Underwood, I don't want to allow this to kind of slip through the cracks because we've seen Lou Esposito and we've largely seen this Michigan program have a lot of success with these kind of guys. And you look at Travis Moten, we're going to get a little bit into where he's going to slot in for this Michigan program on the defensive line. Now, before we get into it, as always, to the Michigan fans, we got a lot going on, right? This is a program that is going to close signing day in the 2025 class out. What we expect to be is pretty strong. So we got hopefully some other commitments to talk about over the next couple of days. We also are looking for a new offensive coordinator. We also will be getting aggressive in the transfer portal. It's going to be really busy. And the amount of support the Michigan fans have shown the boys over the last couple of days and weeks it's been amazing. It's been an all-time heater for us Michigan fans. We appreciate you guys. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's get into Travis Moten. Now, we're not going to go into the film because I want to talk about some other things as well. You look at Travis Moten, he's going to kick inside. He plays a lot of edge at the high school ranks, and you do see some really intriguing athleticism. I just don't know if he's the fluid athlete that you're looking for to play that edge rusher position. What I think really encourages me about Travis Moten, and we kind of talked about this with Nate Marshall and kind of made the player comp to Chris Jenkins, probably a similar trajectory for a guy like Travis Moten, where he's a smaller defensive lineman right now. Will probably need a year or two to put on some size within this Michigan program before he's ready to rock and roll and play. I think the most appealing storyline here is one, Lou Esposito is a proven developer with these kind of guys on the defensive line. More importantly, I kind of like these kind of guys where you can get them into the program, has really good length, has plus athleticism for the size. And although it might not be the athleticism you're looking for to play the edge rusher position, it's still a really good athlete for a guy that's 6'5, 250 plus. You kick him inside, you put the weight on him the right way, you kind of maintain that athleticism, obviously maintain that length. You look out for Travis Moten in the 2026 and 2027 season. He might not be a guy that comes in and plays really, really early, like guys like Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. This is a guy that could blossom into a really good football player. And again, I think the pathway is kind of like Chris Jenkins, where it's hey, we got to put on some weight, we got to get you looking like a physically ready Big Ten interior defensive lineman. If you can do that, there's some length and there's some athleticism that you really like on the inside of the defensive line. Now, where does Michigan go from here? You take a look at Michigan in 2025. It's a top 7 class in the country. We talked about Ty Haywood, who, won't be signing early, which is a good thing for Michigan. That gives them time to get him on campus and really dig their teeth into that recruitment. It sounds like Michigan's the team to beat for 5-star offensive tackle Ty Haywood. So there is still a legitimate 5-star prospect out there for Michigan to go out and go get, which not a lot of other programs can say. Another name that I think there's really two names that we should be monitoring today. Nathaniel Usu-Boateng, I believe a 2:30 Eastern time commitment time. He's going to be doing it on ESPN between Michigan and Colorado. We're hearing some good things from the Michigan end of things. That this would make a lot of sense, especially missing out on a guy like Bradley Gompers, who sounds like he's going to stick with Duke. Nathaniel Usu-Boateng, the guy that we've been talking about all the way back into the summer, and it never really seemed like Michigan was the lead dog until the last couple of weeks. And now it does seem like Michigan's probably trending and the leader in the clubhouse. This would be, and we'll get into him if he does commit to Michigan, a really exciting get. Now, the other guy I would take a look at here is Grayson Littleton for a couple of different reasons. One, you're hearing that Michigan is kind of continuing to go after him. And I think Michigan was damn close at landing a commitment from Grayson Littleton a couple of weeks ago. Then he goes and takes his visit to Texas, ends up committing to Texas. Couple of things that are working in Michigan's favor. One, Alex Graham, that kind of last defensive back piece that we were looking for in 2025. Sounds like he might be going to USC. But you look at Texas. Texas just flipped a 5-star cornerback, Cade Phillips, from LSU to Texas. And so Texas might have just kind of replaced Grayson Littleton in this 2025 class, which gives Michigan a massive opportunity to go grab a cornerback in Grayson Littleton, who, yes, you like the physical traits. They're not bad by any means. This kid is a super polished cornerback that could play boundary, that could play nickel. He's a true cornerback that knows what he's doing out there. And again, top 100 national prospect, one of the best cornerbacks in the 2025 class. You talk about Michigan already sitting with the top 7 class in the country with a real chance at working their way into the top 5. We'll see how Michigan decides to close, but this could be a really exciting next couple of weeks and really next couple 24, 48 hours for this Michigan program. But don't let Travis Moten fly under the radar. I think this kid is he going to make an immediate impact in 2025? No, probably not. But he's going to be a really fun guy to track how he develops under Lou Esposito. Look, I think Lou Esposito's we loved him when he came from Western Michigan because of what he can do as a developer and what he can do as a talent identification guy. Like, he just kind of knows what he's looking for at the high school ranks. So keep an eye on Travis Moten for the next couple of years. We'll sign out there. Again, appreciate you guys rocking with it. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Going to be a busy, fun next couple hours and days. We'll break it down as it comes in. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to y'all later.